Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kat and this is Catadactyl. So today I am going to be doing my readathon TBR. So it has been so long since I've done a readathon. And normally I find out about readathons like after they're happening because people are posting like, oh, I did the readathon, and I'm always like, oh, I'm just silly and I missed it. But lucky enough, I found out about the Queer Lit readathon. So I just happened to be watching a Jean Bookishthoughts, and Jean was talking about the books that she was going to read for the Queer Lit readathon, and I was like, oh my gosh, I finally found out about one that is happening where I have time to plan. So there is a bingo board, but I'm going for complete blackout. So I don't know if I'll make it because it would require me to read the 7 to 8 books in just a week, but I can try. So I'm just going to tell you about the books, and then as I'm talking about the books, I'll tell you which of the challenges they complete. So first, I'm going to get to the only book that I own a physical copy of already, and it is Don't Call Us Dead by Danez Smith. So this is a poetry collection about his life in America as a gay black man. So this book completes the square for nonfiction. It also completes the square that is 3 question marks, and you can make up your own category. So for me, I chose poetry because poetry is kind of my weak spot. I don't read that much of it. So nonfiction, poetry, and then it also has person of color author and main character. And it is also a book recommendation because this was recommended by Jen Campbell, as well as this is a new author. So I'm just gonna say now that one of the squares on the bingo board is new author, and I wasn't sure if that meant like a new author, like it's their first book, or if it meant a new author to me. So I'm thinking of it as a new author to me, and in that case, every single book in this challenge is a new author to me. So I hope that I can find some great new authors. So yeah, my first book that I'm planning to read is Don't Call Us Dead by Danez Smith. So the next one that I'm gonna read is We Set the Dark on Fire by Taylor K. Mejia, and this is the group read, so this does the square buddy read, and this is following a girl who is at essentially a finishing school where when girls finish, they are going to become either house-like workers, like maids, or wives. And the girl who is currently in there doesn't necessarily belong, and she's hiding the fact that she got in on false pretenses. And I don't exactly know how it ties into queerness, but I am excited to find out. And also, it's been a hot minute since I've buddy read. Next up is a book that I am so excited to read. It is The Sorcerer of the Wild Deeps by Kai Ashanti Wilson. And in this one, we are following Damane, who is an earthbound demigod who is bent on leaving Earth to get back to heaven. And along his journey, he's following the captain who is leading his way through the wild, sinister kind of world. And this one ticks off a few of the boxes. So Damane is bisexual, so that is the see yourself box. And then there is also a science fiction, a fantasy, which is a check. And then also there is the person of color, main character, and author box, so check. So I am so excited about this. This is also kind of counts as a recommendation because the follow-up to this, A Taste of Honey, which follows Two Warriors, was recommended by like a lot of people. If you guys have read it, let me know, or if you're gonna read A Taste of Honey, let me know because I'm really excited. It's also kind of the mythos of fallen angels trying to get back to heaven, which right now I'm binge watching Lucifer on Netflix, so it's just like all right up my alley. And next is a book that is one of my most highly anticipated queer reads of I think the whole year, and it's I Wish You All the Best. Can we just look at this cover? Just look at it. It's amazing. It's also highly recommended by everyone. We are following Ben DeBecker, who gets thrown out of their parents' house when they come out as non-binary, and they're forced to move in with their sister Hannah, and they're just trying to make it through their final year of high school when they meet Nathan, who is a very charming and sweet boy. And I am so ready for this book. So it is Own Voices, which is amazing, and it is also a trans spectrum, which is also amazing, and it's also highly recommended. And also the cover is gorgeous. I guess that I could use this for my rainbow cover box, but I have an even more rainbowy cover coming up. So yeah, I'm just so excited about this one, and if you guys are gonna read this as well, let me know, or if you've already read it, leave me a non-spoilery like, oh my god, it was amazing, blah, down below. Yeah, so I'm highly anticipating it and I cannot wait to read it. The next book I want to read is Ascension by Jacqueline Koyanagi, and this book is doing the most on the list because it ticks, I think, 5 or 6 boxes. So in this one, we are following Alana, who is a sky surgeon, basically an engineer, okay? And she is a Black, disabled, lesbian main character, and she is stowing away on a ship and space things happen, and I'm so here for it. There is so much rep in this book: lesbian, bisexual, disabled characters, people of color, and polyamory, I believe. Just there's so much happening, and it's space. And also the cover is amazing. So I cannot wait to read this. This is ticking off, like I said, so many of the boxes. So there is the rainbow cover, like look at this actual rainbow right here. Amazing. And then there is also person of color main character. There's also disabled rep. There is also sci-fi fantasy, and there is also book recommendation. And yeah, I'm just so excited about this. And there seems to be mixed reviews online, and so I'm excited, but I'm also a bit hesitant because the things that have bothered some people might bother me, of course. But I really want to give it a go because a lot of people have it on their like best lists every year, because I've been scrolling through those lists and I'm so ready. It looks amazing. Okay, and then another book that I want to read is History of Violence by Edouard Louis. So the moment that set off this book was the assault and rape of Edouard in 2012, and it kind of left him reeling, and this book is an exploration of the history of violence and kind of how the assault has impacted his life. So this is by no means a light novel, but it is going to be something that I wouldn't normally pick up necessarily, you know, just off of my bookshelves. So it ticks off own voices, nonfiction, translation, and I'm counting this as my historical fiction because historical fiction doesn't really interest me in terms of like world wars or like major events. So this is about as much as I like it, where there's like an event and then the narrator would maybe tell you about the history of that thing. So in this case, it is the history of gay rights and of violence against queer people in France specifically. So yes, I think that's going to be quite hard-hitting, and I'm probably going to leave it to the end because I don't want to get into a slump like right at the beginning. So if you guys have read it, let me know. I think that it's pretty famous, and he has also written The End of Eddie, which is, I believe, another memoir about growing up gay in France. So if you read either one and you have anything to say lovely about the author, let me know down below. That would be great. Okay, so at this point, the only boxes that I haven't ticked off on the bingo board is middle grade and graphic novel. So for graphic novel and middle grade, I want to read The Tea Dragon Society, or also Princess Everly After, both by Katie O'Neill. So they are both graphic novels, and they're so adorable, and the reason that they first came to my attention was because I had heard about the Tea Dragon Society on BookTube, and then my husband bought me this card game, which is based on the Tea Dragon Society book, and it's so adorable. You can play as one of 4 of the dragons. But I just love the illustration style of Katie O'Neill, and now I'm going to tell you about the 2 books. So the Tea Dragon Society follows 2 children who are kind of involved with the tea society, where the tea dragons are very small, like the size of puppies, and it's basically dragons and tea and just children kind of hanging out together, friendships, good time. And then the other book, Princess Everly After, it is the daring do of a princess in distress and another princess who goes to her rescue. And I just think that they're going to be so adorable and so great. Kind of a feminist, queer, friendly children's story, so I'm excited. I'm also excited because it turns out that Princess Everly After, the Tea Dragon Society, and the History of Violence are all at my library. So I'm actually going to go and request them today. So I'm hoping that there will be no problems there. And yeah, I hope that you guys have liked some of these books that I'm going to read for the Queerlit Readathon. I also have two other things to mention, which is that in June, I'm going to try and read only queer literature. So wish me luck on that. And the second thing is that I wore my most colorful shirt today because, yeah, it's Pride Month. So here's the shirt. It's lovely. My sister gave it to me. So I'm just having kind of a great day, and I hope that you are too. I'm really excited about Pride Month, and you know, happy Pride to everyone out there. So if you liked this video, please subscribe or hit the thumbs up button. That would be awesome. Or just leave me a nice little comment down below with some of the books that you're gonna read for Pride Month. I am so excited, and I cannot wait to hear what you guys all have to say. Okay, I will talk to you later. Bye!